Turk. I wore my Wolverine workout tee and my Spider-Man hoodie that I got on my Hot Topic Spider-Man hoodie. This is a Marvel review. You know what it is. It's my movie review. Now, I went to go see Logan. One of the last, I wouldn't say the last X-Men movies, because there's supposed to be another Deadpool coming out. And I know they're going to continue X-Men movies. I mean, they're going to always continue X-Men movies. There's always a need for X-Men movies. So, they're going to always continue it. So, I'm not going to even, say they're not. But anyways, I want to give this movie at least a 5 out of 5. Now, you say, well, you do that with all your movies. Well, most movies have been coming out this year or last year or even years ago that are Marvel and DC movies. Have always been good, not only blockbuster-wise, but good in my eyes. Now, I think before people set me on fire or try to put wood, try to nail me with wood on the walls, before you get mad, before you start pounding that keyboard aggressively, I think this is the most definitive Wolverine movie. And the reason why I say this is a proper way to do a Wolverine movie. As someone who's read X-Men comics before and Wolverine, and I know the character Wolverine, this can only be done. And then I lately read the Logan comic, which I gotta say that comic is really dark and gritty. It outdoes the Killing Joke. It outdoes the Killing Joke when it comes to comics. I mean, it was so dark, kind of like Walking Dead style type stuff. But anyways, this is the only way a proper Wolverine movie can be done. Now, don't get me wrong. I still like the rated. Is it rated T or rated? Yeah, rated. Okay, I still like the T-rated Wolverine movies. Don't get me wrong. I do like the first Wolverine movie, even though the Deadpool in that movie sucks. And I did like the second Wolverine movie because it took place in Japan, which, the silver. I'm a silver. Okay, my favorite X-Men villains are really Silver Samurai and Omega Red. So it made those movies really, really good. In fact, I'm gonna see if I can try to finish the Wolverine movie. But anyways, back on subject on that. This could be the only. This movie. Rated R Wolverine is the only way to properly do a Wolverine movie. This was the definitive way. Now, I'll be honest, it was a little controversial with X-23 because, well, I only recognize X-23 as a grown-ass woman. So it was kind of controversial. It was diverse for people who care about diversity. It was really diverse. Most of the cast was Hispanic and stuff like that, which I liked the diversity in that. It was pretty good. It was good. I wish I could get that one disgusting racist old lady back in the theater shut the fuck up before I pull a Wolverine and get my claws out. But no, I gotta say this: the fatalities in this movie, I can see why they gave it an R rating the way it is. They went there. They went. I wouldn't say new Mortal Kombat 10 style, but they went Mortal Kombat Sega Genesis style. When Mortal Kombat started doing fatalities, they did that kind of style for Wolverine when he was cutting people up with the claws. Now, this is gonna be a spoiler alert run, so I'm gonna put spoilers. So you don't get on the keywords like, you put a spoiler alert! No, but, Professor X dies, and unfortunately Wolverine dies. Of course, I got a question about the Wolverine. First of all, Hugh Jackman said he didn't want to play Wolverine anymore. 2, there's only one way this would have ended. So, and they're trying to. Well, I think they're trying to push. I think they're trying to push New Mutants in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's why they got X-23. I think X-23 is going to replace Wolverine and a new X-Men canon, because they always do that. It just seems they scrap old canon, and not just comic book movies or comic books, but video games too. It's just like with the Final Fantasy VII remake, they're gonna go and scrap all those compilation games. It just seems it's a huge fashionable trend to cut off old canon and remake a new continuity altogether. And I get, but what I like about this movie is they're doing it the right way, though. They're doing it the right way. Like how in Days of Future Past, it would make sense they could travel back in time and it would change the timeline completely after saving, the present timeline at the time, So it made sense. So I think they're trying to rewrite a new continuity, because I think the reason why they have Wolverine dies. Now, I'm not going to say that Wolverine's permanently dead, because, in comic books, Wolverine has came back alive from pretty bad stuff. And it's like how it is with Superman. Like, Superman's not really dead at the end of Batman versus Superman. And I think, so, well, I won't be Wolverine. But if Wolverine stays dead, I have a huge theory that they're trying to scrap Wolverine. I'm not scrap, but kill off Wolverine, because they're trying to focus on New Mutants. So we're probably going to be starting to see some X-Force movies, which that could be really good. The only thing is, who's going to be the new Professor Xavier, since Professor Xavier is dead now and Wolverine is dead now. Not Wolverine, but Logan. Sorry. He goes by Logan in this movie, but Logan's dead, and so is Charles Xavier. So who's gonna actually be teaching the X-Force anything? But I think they're trying to push an X-Force now, from what I see. Now there will be a cameo thing with in the new Deadpool with Logan in it, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna try and tie those movies together somehow. Don't ask how I know that, I just do. But it looks like they're gonna tie those movies together, so we'll be seeing, a cameo of Logan. But I think Logan is completely dead in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, unless they have some way to bring him back, which more likely, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we're done with X-Men. I think we're done with X-Men. Sorry. X-Men. I think we're done with X-Men in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because there's been so many X-Men movies. Now we're going to get to X-Force, so we're moving on to a different direction. And do I like this? I kind of do, because we've been going through movie after movie after movie, and they kind of have rebooted X-Men a little bit with First Class and then Future Days Past and Apocalypse. But I'm not saying I'm sick of the X-Men movies. I like the X-Men movies, but we've been doing movie after movie after movie after movie after movie after movie. At this point, they should just release the complete trilogy, which I think they have, like a complete trilogy that includes Apocalypse. And whenever Logan comes out, include Logan, But I think they're trying to stop those kind of movies and focus on moving forward. So we're going to probably be seeing some more X-Force movies. Now I'm going to talk about negative things about this movie. Negative things about this movie, besides the continuity shift that I have a problem with, is, X-23 being a little girl, because it's kind of controversial, because she was a grown woman. From what I know, she was a grown woman, a grown-ass woman. But hey, it's whatever it is. The actress kind of looked like younger version of Mia Winters from Resident Evil 7. But I'm not here to talk about actors and actresses. But it was a little controversial for that part, a little bit. Which I guess they're trying to put an origin story with her, so you can see how she grew up, because she's Logan's daughter, because I think she's like a clone, but she derives expressly from his genes. Now, I was confused about the villains, because they put a little bit too many villains, if you ask me. Because they put too many villains, because I thought it would be I forget. I gotta go look it up. He's not a really main villain, but I'm trying to look it up. What's his name? Don. Oh, hold up, let me get to it. I forget his name already. Yeah, Donald Pierce. I was confused. I didn't know if Donald Pierce was the villain or I'm trying to think. I couldn't tell if it was Donald Pierce or Stryker's son, but it looked like Stryker's son was a command. So Stryker's son was the main villain, but they've been pushing Donald Pierce through this whole movie, which, and this goes back to my whole Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie that I just didn't like, where they were pushing too many characters in this one because they got confusing. You know, like how they were pushing the Hobgoblin in Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Electro. Don't get me wrong, that Electro was great. I love Jamie Foxx's thing on that. But anyways, yeah, I think that they did the same thing on this one. So there's gonna be some I'm gonna put some negative stuff into this right here, just so I don't look like I'm a biased asshole. But yeah, I think they could have done much better if they would have at least kept Stryker's son, put Stryker's son in more in the movie than Donald Pierce, because Donald Pierce was a cool villain. Don't get me wrong, he had a bad haircut. I would never get that kind of haircut. Donald Pierce was a good villain, but the problem I have with him is he was pushed on there so much that we forgot about the real villain, which was Stryker's son, the one who led all this stuff. Alright, so that's going to be my negative criticism right there on that one. So let's get back to positive. I do like, I'm trying to think, oh crap. Okay, hold up, let me get to the characters thing. I sometimes forget the names. Let's see, come on. I mean, I liked Xavier, I like Logan. Logan was a good Logan. Oh, shit. It's hard to find anything on here. It's not telling me anything on here. Now, Logan looked a lot different. Well, let's skip characters because, I like that they put pop culture references in this one. Like when they got to the farms and then they had that family that, that one family's son who listens to music had like a Suicide Silence poster and All Shall Perish poster, which I'm big fans of those bands. If you haven't noticed that, I'm a big fan of Suicide Silence and All Shall Perish, which was pretty awesome for me. So I like the pop culture references in this movie. It was pretty good. I liked it, a lot. That's what made it a 10 a little bit. And then I also like that they put some cameos from the X-Men comics. Then you have the little boy. I think he has like electricity powers, holding a Wolverine doll at Logan's funeral, which was pretty awesome. And then most of this was the Eden thing was based off the comic books. Even though Logan says, "Oh, this is just fairy tales. This is fairy tales." It still is pretty cool that they put the old comic books in there and the old comic book toys. So the pop culture references and the retro X-Men references made this movie the definitive Wolverine movie. Like, overall, this is the only way you could make a Wolverine movie is rated R. This is the only way to do it. This is the only way. This is the definitive Wolverine movie, and I'm out, so may the crystal be with you. I would suggest buying yourself a ticket. Don't even watch this video until you see the movie, because this is going to be a spoiler one. I don't have time for no spoilers. I don't really focus on movie reviews that much. So may the crystal be with you, and go check out Logan. PlayStation